RazorMP here. Today I'm running the Mantis Titan X trainer. This is the Glock 17 platform version. Now, Mantis sent this to me and I am an affiliate, so full transparency up front. I also run the Mantis Blackbeard X on the long rifle side, and together this is a proper short gun, long gun trainer package for dry fire work when you can't get to the range. Now, quick background. I spent time in the Army running simulators and dry fire programs, so I'm not easily impressed by flashy numbers. I know what meaningful simulator feedback looks like, and that's the baseline I'm using for this review. Out of the box, the Titan X feels built for practice, not for show. It's modeled on the Glock 17 platform, fits most Glock holsters, and accepts Glock-style mags. So, it'll look something like this. Perfectly fit. I just had to put a light and a red dot on top of mine because it can accept both. They include these two weighted mags, so reloads feel real. Now, that's all they are, is a weight. They're not a battery, they're not a charger. They don't have any snap caps in there. They're just for real world weight simulation. The trigger resets and emits a light on trigger pull. So you get that immediate point of impact feedback without live ammo. It charges over USB-C and it has an LED battery indicator, so you're not babysitting batteries between sessions. Now, pros, why this matters. In plain speak, safe for any environment. No risk of accidentally chambering live rounds, so you can train at home without worrying about dropping a live round on the couch, and some of us might have been guilty of that before. Weighted mags mimic full magazines, and reload feel is believable. It's not floppy toy nonsense. It feels like a full mag. It saves on ammo. You get way more quality reps without burning boxes of rounds. You get deep technique feedback paired with the Mantis app. You can examine your movement and trigger mechanics down to the nth degree. So practice becomes measurable and not guesswork. Now, where Titan X separates itself from cheap laser toys is the sensor and the app ecosystem. Pair it with the Mantis apps and you get motion analytics, shot scoring, drill reports, and trend tracking. Real data you can use. That helps whether you're drilling fundamentals, working draw time, or doing dynamic transitions. Pair it with the Blackbeard X and you can push the same corrections from pistol to rifle or PCC work. Practice the fundamentals on the pistol, then compare how they transfer to the long gun. Practical drills I ran dry fire draw, first shot transitions, reload sequencing with the weighted mags, and malfunction clears kinda. But remember, the slide doesn't reciprocate, so adapt the way you train slide work. Use the app to watch muzzle movement during the trigger press. I always see myself driving that point of impact a little bit down just because of the adrenaline. Even in dry fire, I find myself pumped full of a little bit of adrenaline trying to get perfect where I want to be and then pushing that trigger down. So that helps identify that really quick. So you run that drill again and again and you'll see the measurable change instead of just hoping you get better. Now, cons. Don't kid yourself. There's no racking element. The slide doesn't reciprocate, so you won't train the real slide manipulations the way live fire or reciprocating simulators will. It doesn't teach you recoil management. Sensors are clever, but they can't fake the feel and recovery under actual recoil. You still need live fire for that. What I liked, realistic Glock 17 ergonomics, usable weighted mags, strong app analytics, holster compatibility, and the safety of practicing anywhere. What I wouldn't expect, a replacement for range time. This is a tool for measurable dry fire practice, not a magic fix. Now, a little bit of housekeeping. Mantis sent this for evaluation and I am affiliate, so full disclosure. I'll link the Titan X and the Blackbeard X in the description and on my website. If you pick one up through those links, it helps the channel and keeps me buying gear so I can keep calling out the good and the junk. Now, final thought, if you want a practical dry fire trainer that gives you measurable feedback and slots into a real training workflow, the Titan X, especially the Glock 17 version, is worth a look, especially if paired with the Blackbeard X for a true short gun, long gun training loop. It's not magic, but it's a solid tool for tightening fundamentals without burning ammo. Anyway, tell me what you think down in the comments. As always, I'll see you on the high ground or in the next video. RazorMP out.